Hello and welcome back to my channel. I really need something over, like above my record player there. I did not realize that until I started filming these videos and I was like, oh yeah, we need something to fill up this space. So today we're going to talk about a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Before we blink and fall just completely passes us by, I wanted to talk about a few of my fall recommendations. Food, TV shows, movies. So I guess we're gonna start with that and then just see where the video takes us. Actually, JK, I want to start with just some things that have happened this past week. I just want to say, growing up, I was not a huge One Direction fan. I listened to a few of their like bigger hit songs and I remember enjoying them. But since I've been in the book community, I've realized that there's a lot of overlap between the music we like and the books that we like. Musical artists are just a big part of kind of the fandom culture, I guess, and I know that there are a lot in the book community who love One Direction and who are probably pretty deeply affected by the passing of Liam Payne this past week. And so if that is you, I just want to say that my thoughts have been with you. It's just a really terrible, sad thing, and yeah, my heart and I'm thinking about you. Some happy things that happened this week. Lila Sage announced Sweetwater Peak. I'm so excited for Sweetwater Peak. Whenever I went to see Lila in person this summer on her book tour, I went to see her in Edmond, Oklahoma at Best of Books. She kind of teased this Western Gothic vibes that she was working on right now. She didn't tell us that it was called Sweetwater Peak, but she teased it a little bit, and I just remember being so excited. How cool does a Western Gothic sound? I'm sold. I know very little about it, probably the same as everybody else and what she shared, but I am all for it. And speaking of Lila Sage, we revealed this bad boy. I don't honestly know when I'm going to be posting this video. By the time I post it, these might already be released. They're releasing on October 20th at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. But this is officially licensed by our girl Lila Sage, releasing in my shop next chapter. I'm just so obsessed. I read Done and Dusted for the first time last year, and you know, I never dreamed that cowboy romance would be a thing that I'd be interested in, but that series just wrapped me up in a warm little hug, and I've been obsessed ever since. I'm so excited for Lost and Lassoed to come out, and I'm super excited that Lila has given small shops like mine the opportunity to be licensed, and I can't wait to make more merch for her and her wonderful books and characters. Emily Henry revealed the cover of Great Big Beautiful Life. Oh, that was on the same day that we got the Lila Sage news, so that's really exciting. I know the new Hunger Games book also had its cover release, so it was a big week in the book community. Okay, now on to my fall recommendations. Let me just start by saying I am a little disappointed this fall that we are not getting anything new from Mike Flanagan. Mike Flanagan, for those who do not know, he has directed some movies and more recently some TV shows that are in that gothic horror fantasy genre. The Haunting of Hill House, The Haunting of Bly Manor, The Midnight Club, which is actually not one of my favorites. It's probably my least favorite out of all of his. Midnight Mass. He also directed the movie Oculus. I think one of the Ouija movies, which I have not seen. I, at this point, will watch pretty much anything by Mike Flanagan. I love his stuff, primarily his TV shows. I will say, I don't know that I've ever seen one of his movies, or if I have, I might just not realize that he was the one who directed it. The first thing of Mike Flanagan's that I watched, to my knowledge, was The Haunting of Hill House, and I gotta say, after watching all of his TV shows, I do think this is my favorite. I will never not recommend that. One thing that I love about his stuff particularly is that it's so much more than just the scare factor. He writes really good characters and really great character development and really good like family dynamics and relationships. It really does feel like it's about the people in the stories and not so much like the horror is kind of secondary. But yeah, The Haunting of Hill House is just spectacular. I watched it for the second time this summer. The Haunting of Bly Manor for the second time this summer as well. The ending just kills me every single time. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. That one is a little more slow, and so I don't think I like it quite as much as Hill House. The Fall of the House of Usher, that was his new one that he did last fall, and I did really enjoy it, and it was very entertaining. it was just really hard because I didn't feel like any of the characters were likable, and there was really no one to root for. It just felt like a bunch of very icky, privileged, oppressive people doing terrible things, and then terrible things end up happening to these people. It was fun to see all the little Edgar Allan Poe Easter eggs and storylines. Midnight Mass, coming from a religious background, really enjoyed that one. Watched that one for the first time I think earlier this year, but that one has been out I think since the pandemic. That one's probably the most unique of his stuff, but once again, highly recommend that one too. And I think if you come from a religious background, you'll find that one pretty interesting. So yeah, all in all, anything by Mike Flanagan, I will pretty much recommend. When it comes to fall foods, I am an absolute SLUT for some banana bread, baby. I love banana bread. I love making it, eating it. I'm not a huge pumpkin person. I will occasionally, if I'm feeling feisty, I'll get the pumpkin cream cold brew from Starbucks because it's just light enough on the pumpkin to where I can enjoy it. But I don't know, pumpkin's just never been something that I've been super into. I love a pecan pie. Never really been into making pumpkin pie, but yeah, I think in terms of food for fall, banana nut bread, I'm a slut for it. And then also pecan pie, and then naturally all the Thanksgiving foods, which we're not quite to that time of year yet. Little Women always feels like fall feels like the start of Little Women season. And then I also love Little Women around Christmas, and to specify, the 2019 Greta Gerwig version of Little Women. Love it. I watched it for the first time the other day, and I know it will not be the last. The Harry Potter movies are always a fall/Christmas thing for me. I will just play them on repeat every now and then throughout the season. Chef's kiss. But in terms of my reading life, guys, I'm not gonna lie, things have been a little bit slow. I'm still reading Foxglove. I just haven't been super inspired to read lately, and I hate that so much because there's so many good fall books out there. So I'm still trucking through Foxglove. But yeah, hopefully I'll have more updates on reading very soon. Okay, switching gears a little bit, I just realized this past weekend I did another pop-up shop at Second Story Books in Oklahoma City, which are, if you are in that area, you've got to go check it out. It just feels so homey and cozy as soon as you walk in. They've got a cafe as well, and a very good selection of books for being such a small bookshop. But yeah, they were gracious enough to invite me out, and I had a fun time popping up there. And so here is some of that. And my next pop-up event will be at Book and Bloom in Broken Arrow for their first anniversary. They opened their bookshop just a little over a year ago. They're actually a flower shop bookshop hybrid, which is just so precious. I love it. And so they have invited me out to celebrate and be a part of the festivities and do a pop-up shop on November 16th from 10 to 2. So if you're in the area, definitely come and check it out. They are doing an incredible giveaway. Free books for a year, guys. Free books for a year. So if you're in the Tulsa area, it's so worth it to come out. Come out, celebrate their first birthday, shop some local businesses. It'll be fantastic. Something I actually did today, I started my morning with going to film a little bit of content for the Rebel Blue Tea. Like I said, currently, as I'm filming this, the Rebel Blue release has not happened. So I went to Woodward Park in Tulsa, which is so beautiful, for photos, and I shot some content for that, and then also some content for what is going to be our last release of 2024. I think. I'm pretty positive it'll be our last official release, and so I might just have to show you a little sneak peek of that. I am so excited. It's been a while since we've done anything ACOTAR related. The idea of Rhysand in the Inner Circle celebrating solstice just means so much to me. And I remember reading Frost and Starlight, which a lot of people don't like, but I will defend that book with everything that I am. But I remember reading that book, and it just like solidified how special the solstice celebration was, and just the time that the inner circle and their little family got to spend together after that gut-wrenching experiences in the third book. So yeah, it's just really special to me, and I'm super excited about this last collection. I feel like we are really ending the year with a bang at next chapter, and I hope you love it. And now, after all that hard work outside, I feel like I deserve a little treat, so I'm gonna go down the road to Starbucks and get me a little something. This is actually my first warm drink of the season. It has been too hot here, and normally I actually get the iced version of this whenever it's hot, but I got the blonde vanilla latte, and I like to put the 2 pumps of apple brown sugar syrup whenever fall hits. I just kind of like that little hint of apple. I'm just so excited about things to come. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I just feel like with every single release, it's something that I just continue to be more and more passionate about. We've really done a great job of upping the quality at next chapter in terms of the print, the clothing items, and I'm just so excited about every single thing we release. So I hope you guys love hearing me gush about it, because I certainly like to gush about it. Okay, and then I think to end the video, I know it is literally October. We haven't even gotten to Thanksgiving yet, but I have been kind of trying to think about what I want for Christmas. I just bought my husband his first Christmas gift this past week, and then I was like, okay, I really need to think about what I want. And they announced the new Kindle Colorsoft this past week, and I actually have never owned a Kindle in my life. I don't have one. I don't have anything against the Kindle or e-readers. I just haven't splurged on one yet. But let me tell you, I clicked on that link and I read about it, and I was like, holy crap, this might be the year that I get a Kindle, because this sounds freaking cool. The only reason I'm hesitant to ask for it for Christmas is because if I did, just based on how it's priced, it very well might be the only Christmas gift, or one of the only Christmas gifts I get. Me and my husband like to set a limit for how much that we spend on each other, and I know this might make me sound a little bit privileged, and it's really not a big deal. It just brings me joy to see like several gifts underneath the tree and not just one. I like the idea of opening several gifts on Christmas. I'm not like a Dudley Dursley, like 36, last year there were 37. Yeah, that's not me. But so I'm like, I might just save my own money and get the Kindle eventually, so that my husband can get me like more or less expensive things. I don't know why my brain works that way. But I don't know, I might just go ahead and ask for it. We'll see. I actually plan to do a separate YouTube video regarding what's on my Christmas list when it gets a little closer. But that's just been on my mind, so I thought I would bring it up. So you'll have to let me know if you guys are Kindle people and if you plan to get the new Colorsoft. I did see some people already pull the trigger on it, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I love that for you. So exciting times to be a book reader, I'm telling you. Okay, I think that is all for today. I hope that you enjoyed the video, but I will see you for my next video. I have no idea what it will be. YouTube has been very like fun and sporadic for me. I have no idea what my next video will be, but I hope to see you then.